Hello, chess friends. Welcome to the fourth game in the FIDE World Chess Championship between Dean Liren and Gukesh. The score so far has been one and a half, one and a half. Ding won the game one while playing the black pieces. In the second game, the both players drew the game. In the third game, Gukesh won while playing the white pieces. Here we have the fourth game. Dean Liren is playing the white pieces and Gukesh is playing the black pieces. Let's enjoy the beauty this game has to offer. It is white to play. That's Dinliren, and Dinliren played knight to f3. In this position, it was said that this concept must have been influenced by Richard Rapport because he was spotted with Ding before the game started. I guess he's Ding second. Well, that's nice. It's nice to see players assisting players and helping out in preparation during the World Chess Championship. So, how did Gukesh respond here? Gukesh went on with d5. With the last game, Ding Liren lost the last game. So, I'm sure he would love to play carefully in this game 4. If he sees a win, he will go for it, according to what he said in his interview. That once he sees a winning position, he will fight for a win. So, let's find out how this game ends. E3 by Dean Liren, knight to f6. B3, bishop to f5. Here we have bishop to e2. H6, bishop to a3. In this position, if a move like this comes up instantly, probably black plays pawn. Pawn move to e6, then bishop take bishop is coming. So when the rook takes or the king takes, black would have lost the castling right after those moves. That's the concept of that particular move there. So what happens? In preparation for stopping rook takes on king takes by Gukesh, he played knight on b to d7 instead, like this. What we saw afterwards was the Liren castles the short side. e6, bishop takes, knight takes. That was the concept employed by playing knight on b to d7 in preparation. So when you are ready to make a certain move and you want to prepare for it, you should have a certain kind of moves that will come before your actual move. Well, the game continued after pawn to c4, challenging this pawn on d5. Knight on this square actually came out back to the game to d7. Knight goes to c3. Here, Gukesh castles the king. We can learn one or two ideas from the champions playing this game. These grandmasters have castled their king before move 10, which is logical. As a beginner, what is your plan? What are your opening preparations? What do you have in between your opening? What are the ideas you've placed down so that you can follow during play your opening? Always put it in plan that if you have an opening preparation, king safety should be one of them. Piece development, and even when developing your pieces, develop them to an active square. So let's dive right into it. Pawn takes on d5, pawn takes on d5. The pawn is defended by the knight, so this knight cannot take. Here we see pawn to b4, stopping the knight from hopping over to the square and grabbing some spaces on the queen side. c6 comes up, we have knight to d4, going after this bishop. The bishop is not defended. What to do? Well, bishop to h7 comes up, keeping the bishop safe. Queen to b3. Here, knight goes to e5. Pawn goes to a4, advancing pawns towards the queen side. Hopefully, maybe something can come in for Dean Liren. Rook to c8. a5, b6. Knight goes back to f3. Knight takes, bishop takes. d4 comes up. Knight goes to e2. Now pawn takes on e3. In this position, bishop comes back to e4, challenging this strong bishop. What I saw in this position was after clearance in this diagonal, the bishop will be strong to support any of these pawns to become a queen, especially the pawn that will be on a file, because the landing diagonal for this pawn is a light square, so you need a light square bishop. That's why logically we see Gukesh challenging this bishop, trying to eliminate the bishop from the board. The continuation follows as rook on f to d1, an intermediate move going after the queen first. If bishop takes, queen is lost, and that is not a good sign in this game. That will be a poor play. So queen to e7 first for safety, because this capture can wait. Here, bishop takes on e4, knight takes on e4, pawn takes on b6, pawn takes on b6, knight to c3, rook on f to d8, challenging this active rook on this diagonal and bringing in the inactive rook to the game by black. Knight takes on e4, queen takes on e4, h3, opening space to avoid any background challenges, so the king can run in case a check comes in, probably in the future. c5, challenging the pawn, rook takes on d8 check, rook takes on d8, we have pawn takes on c5, pawn takes on c5, then rook to c1, going after this pawn on c5. Queen to e5, defending the pawn. Here we have queen to c2. Queen and rook support each other to attack this pawn. What to do? You can defend like this, and you can also defend like this. Which method did Gukesh employ here? And which square did he use to defend the pawn? Gukesh choose to use rook to d5, activating the rook, supporting the queen, and having two defender on that pawn. g3 follows. Here, f5, king to g2, king to h7. After queen to c4, we have this move, queen to d6. Pawn push, rook to e5. Pawn takes on f5, rook takes on f5. We have queen to e4. Queen to e4 pins the rook to the king. What to do? Queen to d5, offering the queen for exchange. Now the queen in turns pins the queen to the king too. What to do? Queen takes, rook takes. We have king to f3, king to j6, king to e4, attacking the rook. Rook checks the king. King goes to e3, rook to d5, king to e4, rook to d4 check. King to e3, rook to d5, king to e4, rook to d4, and here we have the game ends in a draw. There are repetitions, and it's obvious that rook versus rook and the same number of pawns might end up in a draw if there is no mistake. Thank you for watching this video, and this is the recap from the round 4 of the FIDE World Chess Championship match happening in Singapore between Ding Liren and Gukesh. See you in the next video on this channel. Till then, bye.